Greetings, everybody. This is Joanna. Yay! How's everybody doing? How's everybody doing? Welcome, welcome. This is Joanna. We're going to have some fun. We're going to talk about Ascension. We're going to talk about awesomeness because we are. We sure are. Totally awesome. I've been having this sensation and experience about beginning and starting and beginning and starting. And just like everyone else, you know, I have these grandiose dreams and ideas and concepts and all of these visions and these wonderful things that I'm able to see and to co-create. And of course there's miracles that will be blessed along the way, and divine intervention to sew people together and resources together and experiences together so these things kind of unfold. But as we offered in our most recent video about, just kind of the acknowledging that we exist within this beautiful experience of omnipresence, this beautiful experience of us living within this soup of creator preciousness and benevolence and omnipresence that begins those templates of what we actually feel and see, the physicality. It all begins within who we are first. It all begins with those moments of now that we've done so much clearing, and we've done obviously there's so many more that are awakening and will be doing their own perspective of clearing and healing those emotional wounds and those psyche imprints that are those experiences from the emotional wounding. But we're all still working the energies at a multidimensional level from 3 to 4 to 5 to 6 to 7 to 8, all of these energies that are being brought to us to begin these co-creations of new reality experience. So what I was really excited today is just to begin, just to start. And I've had these visions and ideas and concepts about me offering my gifts in new and different ways as I'm always, finding a niche on how I can express all the gifts that I do have, to highest and greatest good to benefit those. And obviously I'm a vibrational instructor and teacher and healer. And so all that we offer is the Christ consciousness, and the vibrations that we offer and flow through us are codes, and they're light codes and light language and source creator, working from my teams, your teams, and the heavenly councils that all bring these threadings and these sewings together. And so we're going to be offering a class in June, and it's going to be sacred vocables, and it will be threaded into some of the healing temple work that I'm going to be doing. And I've been doing throughout the years, but now I'm just beginning. I'm beginning the experience of that healing temple. And it's going to be a week-long class, and every day we're going to focus on a set of 4 to 5 vocables from our ancient language. And this sacred language, we're going to focus on a channeled offering from the heavenly councils on what that vocable is used for, and we'll create sacred sounds for that vocable. And obviously you get the recording of it as well. And we're going to, I've given a day off in between the class so that you can, mark down your experiences, because oftentimes they come with activations, and they come with remembrances through dreams or through other experiences. And so these activations help with healing the densities and the calciums within the chakra systems, and they help with moving the energies within the fields and blocks within the body. It's been really important for me lately that they've been advising me more and more strongly to detoxify, even though I don't eat a wide range of foods, mostly whole foods and fruit and vegetables, but they're even, telling me to refine even more, because oftentimes those deep cellular traumas remain in those cells until they are cleared and released, either through deep healing massage, healing yoga, and other forms of exercise to move the energies from the cells out with, Reiki and other modalities of healing. So, and we will be one of the, part of our offering in the future will be to offer healing centers as well. to assist those that have had the traumas, and why we've gone through what we've gone through. It is to help others and pass on those energetic frequencies, and also call in our universal omnipresent energies and all the lives that we've lived to bring them into this new earth experience. So what I wanted to pose in kind of collaboration and movement with our video yesterday is, now that our earth is moving back into somewhat of transition stage, we've been given this beautiful time to really go within and sort out our value system, sort out who we are, really create that grander awakening for self-love and self-acceptance, really honing in, who are we, what do we exist within, and what exists within us, so that we can then start again massaging the energy through our intention, attention, and focus, to then start co-creating those systems of light, those systems of experience that we all want to be a part of. So this will be an inspiration, and hope to bring forward in all that we do is to inspire you about how profound you are, how profound all that we exist within is, and truly the potentiality that we have just to open and allow ourselves to be pure, unconditional love. And as hard as it is, oftentimes, especially through the healing process, to kind of release all those fears and judgments and belief programs, trust me, I get it, I know. But there will be that clearing point where, okay, I'm done now, I'm done. And you call in the teams for that deep healing help to assist you and empower you in retraining the mind and trainment. And that's why we did the 5D loop, because a lot of those belief programs and those mind games that we play with ourselves is just because of the patterning. And it has to be reprogrammed, or skipped over, if you will. There can be certain thoughts in your program based on core beliefs that you've either carried within your Akash, your lineage, and socioeconomic beliefs, as well as beliefs you've taken on from others, that aren't even yours. So that's why it's good in that daily healing is just to sit down, what belief am I going to work on today, or 1 week, take a week, and just work on, everybody's working on self-worth, and really take that week by week by week and really, really accentuate your determination and your commitment to love yourself through clearing that belief, by replacing it with one that is, again, always to your infinite and eternal Christic truth, which is who you are and always have been. And just allow yourself this new beginning. We're in this new moon energy, create that ceremony for yourself, do your journal entries, however you choose to do that. But really sit with your teams and your soul and say, what is my soul aching for me to move upon? And you would have had these, most often than not, we are given these experiences through our dreams, through our meditations. We're hearing these, the little over and over again, soft whispers from spirit and our teams about our offerings and our gifts, and how we can offer it forward and share it and express it and experience it. We're always given them, and I oftentimes find, things like, license plates and numbers, and, because I ask my team, and I play with my team all the time, I said, send me a cue and send me a symbol. Let's play today, God. Let's play today, Spirit, Source, Creator. Let's play Gaia. Send me a bird, send me an animal totem, and really engage. And that's part of our shifting. The reality cannot shift unless we begin acting and behaving in new ways of engagement. And we cannot see the reality before us unless we begin to engage in that higher vibrational entrainment. And so that's how we let a lot of stuff go, is if we choose to, when we wake up in the morning and we're doing our dream reflection, calling in what is needed to be healed and cleared and realigned to, then we can allow ourselves to, okay, today I choose to live this higher vibrational entrainment. I'm training myself, thought, word, and deed, to begin anew. I'm going to take care of my body. I will exercise and move my body. And I will call in positive affirmations. I will call in the infinite eternal source that is me, and allow it to change my reality. And just work with the energy, massage the energy, and allow yourself to know that we're just entering, and there's no accident, we're all entering into summer break, right? And the summer break is a great time not only for family healing and for family gathering and for family fun time and getting out about Gaia and mixing in new ways, but especially coming out of a big, profound global experience that's turned all of us inside out, if you will. We've had to go within and review, reflect, and integrate what this really means as a global collective. on a far grander scale than we ever thought. We've been affected in so many ways. Our reality has been shifted. And so how can we take these beautiful opportunities of the energies being presented, of our innate desire to say, okay, today is going to be different. Releasing all that was, the structure and the reality of what was, because what I've been getting is that the reality experience is just based on your vibration. And we all know that. That's kind of, it's kind of a common truth, if you will. I don't want to sound mundane, and I don't want to sound, it's something that we all know. Your reality is the vibrational experience of where you're at. What beliefs are being brought forward, what are your fears? So clear them out, change and shift to a new frequency that now suits you. What's your new belief? How can you now practice through thought, word, and deed that new vibration? But what we're wanting to get at is that because this is new for humanity, we have lived in such egoic, materialistic, physical routines, if you will. This is the best way to say it, because that's what it is. It's been a pattern and a routine. And those patterns and routines then cement those limiting beliefs, as we talked about yesterday in our video of timelines, transitions, and how to move in with this elegant dance. But it doesn't have to be. That's the perspective that we've always lived. But if that's all you choose to see is what's before you, then you're only using like 0.2% of our capability and our potential. So now in this beautiful transition time of us allowing ourselves to reflect upon what are my new values, and that value goes at that soul level. Your values are always directly linked to who you are as a soul. Your spirit, your full mind, your full body, your heart, your soul, all that you are, full wholeness, omnipresence, God source in human form. You're a vessel of love. You're a vessel of light. You're a vessel of omnipresent potential to begin co-creating within all that you are and all that you exist within, and truly begin to say that yesterday I can't even remember because, that's not the vibration anymore. And it's hard to remember, as we've talked about in many of our radio shows, when you're shifting a vibration of a knowingness, and this is where it goes beyond belief. When that knowingness becomes that I'm so excited to create through sound, through new technology, whatever it might be that is your vibrational excitement, self-love, and you want to gather with people and you want to commune in these light centers and these light, whatever it might be, then that excitement potential far outweighs that vibrational remembrance. And that reality has shifted to this new now. And you can't even, because we're in this present now, releasing the past, forgetting about the future, now becomes that vibrational profundity. That now moment is creating vibrationally all of that excitement that you want to co-create with. Then all of the reality, because that's the vibrational match to what we're being offered in that fifth dimension, it's working at a higher accelerated pace. Therefore, those energies, those people, those meetings, those experiences, those synchronicities begin to flow with you at a much quicker experience. And what was just becomes a distant memory until what I've seen and how I feel it, just because I feel everything vibrationally, and they're threads, vibrational threads, because that's what a timeline is. It's a vibrational thread. And when our teams connect with us, they're connecting on vibrational threads. And so if someone comes with a great bandwidth, and this is how my teams have explained it to me, if your team or your collective, or let's just say a collective of beings, so let's just say one of my guides comes with a great bandwidth, it's often challenging for me to tune into his specific, I say his because that's just how I connect with him. When I connect with his vibration, he's with us right now. And all I have to do is just put out that vibration is, I'm just energetically thinking of him. And so he's with me. He has such a massive bandwidth of vibrational potential, and he's very playful with his vibration. But it's a very, very subtle. And now that my skills are opening up and I am gaining in my attunement skills, I can sense more quickly than I used to because his bandwidth was so wide. He could play and do anything at various ranges. And so it was harder for me to really get that cemented, is my guide there? And they would have to yell vibrationally, yes. You know, because their bandwidth is so wide. They're flying in and out of, you know, all of these dimensions, and their bandwidth, they like to play within these big bandwidths, which are high vibrational, highly accelerated experiences. And so at this denser level, it's hard to tune into that great subtlety. And this is why we have to clear away the density, clear away the layers. It's like taking off, 12 layers of clothing. You really feel good when you're all naked because all those clothes just kept you like, I can't move. And that's exactly what the belief systems do. They lock us in. So this is what we're experiencing, is this beautiful potentiality to say, okay, well, I can choose to release what my routine and my patterns and my habits used to be. And I can choose to say, this is how I want it to be. Right now, I choose it to be open. I choose it to be infinite. I choose it to be creative. I choose it to be, marked with great friendship and marked with great oneness. And those are my intentions of who I am as a soul. And I'm going to call them in from the heavens. I'm going to call them in from Gaia, and we're going to start to create. And so these excitements begin to create this new now 5D reality through which, and because there's people that are asking in the vibrational field that I can sense and feel, and that are future now moments that are asking, well, what about my job? What about my mortgage? What about my this? What about my that? Well, that's when we actually return back to the values. Do I actually need, 2 houses? Do I actually need a house that looks the way it does? Perhaps I can scale back. Perhaps I don't need all the stuff. And this is where we really turn to the values of what is really needed, what is really required, at the soul level. And usually the value system is loving people to be with and to co-create with you, to inspire you, to empower you, and your health. And so how can we start with those core values? Truthfulness, honesty, integrity. What are your values? Because your values will dictate what you really need. And, a lot of the stuff doesn't really is necessary. Not that there's anything wrong with it. There's no judgment. But when you return to your values, you really get down to the crux of truly how can we move into and start being, start living that 5D experience, which is not 3D. And that's that new entrainment. That new entrainment might be, well, perhaps we can look at all that we do in different ways, whether it's healing, whether it's medicinal practices being used with science and spirit. Maybe it's education that's done in a creative and exploratory way, and really start creating these smaller systems that start melding into and working within the energy of the bigger systems. And this is what we were showing, how each and every one of us, the individual micro macro, begin to start creating these new systems of 5D light. Because each and every one of us, make no mistake about it, each and every one of us come with that soul gift that we are here to share, which is the expression, that we are here to experience through our sharing, to experience through our exploration, and begin co-creating these beautiful, vast, and diverse systems that heal and serve the all. Because each and every one of us are participants. We are co-engagers. We are co-entanglers of Source, the vessel of Source, with all one another. Our family within the 7.5 billion world, galactic, global, universal, omnipresent experience is our family. Whether we are moving at varying paces and ranges, but each and every one of us come with a role within that puzzle to start living and being. So that vibrational experience that, just give me my example, for example, that if it's my true example to begin, really expressing in creative and fun and joyful ways through sound, then that vibrational experience that I'm living authentically, honoring, offering, expressing, and putting it into the field, and allowing all others to be threaded with me, because as soon as I create that, the teams and the guides and the heavenly councils and your spirit guides and your teams and your higher selves and your souls are then threading you to find out that exact vibrational experience that you need to activate and shift in some of the density. But if that is not taken, then that experience for all others cannot be pulled up and, again, working the energy. And each and every one of us come with those unique gifts, come with those unique experiences or intelligences that we can, again, work the energy to new system arrangements. New system experiences. And the sooner that, I wouldn't say sooner because it's nothing to do with time, but we are given, this beautiful opportunity to honor our path as beautiful omnipresent humans, to honor that path of all that we have as source living through us, and truly start entraining and being that 5D experience through our excitements, that childlike innocence, and that holding that excited, what next? That miracle is coming now, that miracle is coming now, great things are happening now, great things are happening now. And how can we use those excitements to begin saying, yes, I'm going to start creating this, and just see where it takes you, and be open with that expectation. To have the expectation just to share yourself joyfully, and then leave the rest to source. But that is that unique, spontaneous, now it's different, now it's different, now it's different. And what was there, again, gets pulled. What I've seen, as I was talking about earlier, is it gets pulled off like a thread. It gets pulled off, that vibrational, within the field of all that you are, because it's held just like those capsules that I explained and expressed before about the psyche. The psyche is that all of you within that field, it's a vibrational field of energy, remembrances, experiences, psyche template, if you will. So you're creating that psyche template. That psyche template you're creating it right now. So this psyche template, because it's more expansive, it's because it's harmonizing with the soul and the higher self, you can choose that new entrainment to be far more profound than one that was holding you back in a lack of belief. So this is the power we have of now. This now is so powerful to reprogram what has been holding you back, per se, because the beliefs have been entrenched in eons of patterning, of habitual routines. So how can we really, really, really get excited about this suspension point, if you will, for healing all that we are, and truly garner and start beginning these new templates? What is the excitement within you? What is your soul aching for you to feel and for you to do? Everybody is seeking that belonging, that inner space of belonging with those that are excited as well. Those that really want to create great systems of really mutual care where all are cared for. We have great potentiality on our planet right now, more than any time in our history, to solve our world's problems that we have created. There's great problems in our world that we are here to create and mend and heal, and we will, and we can. The poverty, for instance, in our world, it's unnecessary, based on our tools, based on our global potentiation that so many of us are here to serve and help out. So these are some of the problems and some of the hurdles, if you will, that we are absolutely going to heal, and I'm excited. We will do this because there's so many answers that we can see from this highest perspective, of the 5D perspective, not seeing it from the same 3D perspective. But we have created these differentiations because the concept of poverty and why it is the way it is, or we call third world countries, is because of our separation. Well, the more that we are threaded at our hearts, make no mistake about it, we can heal remotely. We can begin the fusion of love and healing to those that absolutely require, which is what global meditations and prayers and communions do. They help in raising the vibration of everybody in struggling areas, in remote areas, in areas that require the greatest love, the greatest unity, the greatest oneness. And that's just giving one example, but there are many of our global issues that each and every one of us, every single one of us, within our soul's blueprint, came to be a part of the infusion and the implementation, in the enhancement, in the inspiration, in the empowerment, some way to assist in these new templates of care and oneness and unity and healing and realignment and correction. And so how do we do it now? Now is how we do it. Now is where we start. Now is how we begin. And we will move through these with great excitement and with great ingenuity. and calling in the advice from however so many people are awakening to their guides of the highest benevolence to truly allow us, wow, we now know it's a no question of a doubt that we are one with the omnipresence. There's nothing holding us back. The more that we understand who we are, what we exist within, what exists within us, we have that vast potentiality to heal and correct any and all world issues. Because obviously those heavenly bodies and heavenly teams desire in their greatest excitement to see us come forward. Say, how are we going to heal what we've created? We can do this. We're at the highest intelligence that we've ever been. Our consciousness is raising every day. Our light quotient is getting faster and higher oscillating. We have access to the heavens. We have access to our guides and our teams. We will create this unity and oneness that absolutely will assist in healing the world's energies. Looking deeper and more greatly at free energy, cold fusion, and all of these things that are within our grasp that we perhaps have looked at from a vibrational perspective that has held us in those patterns and boxes, as we talked about yesterday, because that's what the mind does. The mind has been programmed, because it's a program. The mind has been programmed because of our experiences in limitation in 3D to compartmentalize and align in a linear fashion. That's what the mind does. And the ego is a part of that mind structure. The mind and the ego are sewn. The ego, assists in, that historical perspective. Its role was to keep us safe. Its now job is to assist us in co-creating manifestations of the physical. And so to have those conversations of the ego and soothe it into surrender so that your soul and your higher self are doing what it's meant to do and live through you. That's how you harmonize as the higher self. And so as that ego sits down and your mind just says, okay, I don't even know what I'm doing anymore because I'm so exhausted and I'm overworked and I have no idea what's going on, because especially with the energies, the mind is trying to figure out what's going on. And it can't. It doesn't have that capacity. It's up to that heart and soul and all that we are as a multidimensional being to call all of the consciousness in through your daily self-care and harmonize it and soothe it. Self-soothe and say, okay, the spirit and their soul are going to come forward. My higher self is going to come forward. Please guide me throughout my day. And the more that you practice and the more that you offer your higher self to come forward, your higher self and your soul to come forward and guide you, you'll begin to tune into those intuitions. You'll begin to tune into those gut feelings that are directing you to go somewhere else. And this is how we live as open vessel beings of light, because you're paying attention to the world of the subtlety, not so much the mind and the ego that are warning you and fearing you and limiting you. Because those are the games that it's played to, part of the mind's job and the role in 3D experiences was to understand linear experience, past, present, future. Well, what I've experienced lately is this timeline jumping, if you will, to create, bringing the energies from all realms down to all vibrations and into all vibrations and into all experiences, working the energy, if you will. Not that I'm doing this in everything that I do, but I'm now seeing and sensing what's going on and how we can step outside of what the mind has always known and be present. That presence drops you into your heart, and you begin then creating from that childlike excitement, your second chakra, your third chakra, after you've cleared your root, because your root is all about safety. And that then's healing. It's a multidimensional healing. Why we often suggest every day, clear and heal, clear and heal, clear and heal. So that you can feel when you're out of balance. When that fear comes up, release it, let it go, drop to heart, and off we go. The 5D loop that we were talking about. And that becomes a distant memory, and it gets pulled. Those threads of energy get pulled because they're no longer needed. They get transmuted, as we said before, into a new program of light. And I had my illustrator create many years ago, when my teams gave me a top-down perspective of the omnipresent, and they gave me a series of 3 universes that were going through the Ascension, so that I could understand at the perspective of what Ascension was all about on this micro perspective. And how, Earth is experiencing these beautiful catalytic movements of energy, and how we can align. And this three perspective of universes, a universe here at a higher oscillating vibration, the middle oscillating vibration, and then another oscillating vibration, all at varying degrees of light programs, of light oscillation, obviously rules and understandings, the laws of the universe within every universe, if you will. And our universe is going through the ascension, just as every other universe is. And so as this universe moves through its ascension, it flips up and into another loop, if you will. So each is connected by a loop of a higher oscillating universe. And it's no different between us and our soul family. You know, and that's why the soulmates come in when they do, because they're that part of that oscillating loop that helps us move up into a higher oscillating frequency within the greater soul family. And why we've always said before that you are threaded within the all. We're a huge family of light. So if my experience and my unique talents are meant to come forward at this time and I'm not acting on it, then my soul family gets dragged back, if you will. And each and every one of us have that potential too. And there's no right or wrong, but it's just that that's what's occurring in micro, macro, omnipresent, 3 universes, if you will, to the person that's sitting in the seat saying, well, I really want to sing, but I feel held back between my roles and definitions that I've held at 3D. Well, we're not 3D anymore. That's got to shift. So how can we make it shift so that it works for everybody? And we slowly start working the energy into these new realms of potential. And most often than not, because the entrainment factor, if you will, of the programming and the patterning and the limitation, that's going to cause that trepidation and that, you know, fear and energies that aren't comfortable for most people. And that's okay. That's okay. But that's part of working the energy. You know, how can right now I begin playing with my sound? How can now I begin playing with my gifts? You know, I'm owning who I am. I'm being excited about who I am. And I'm really excited to explore like the child that I am. That's my job. That's here as a soul. And then that new template starts saying, okay, we've created it now. So let's create something new and fun. Let's create something that is just unique for you. Let's create something that, you know, our exploration here on Earth is now new. It's like going into a little jungle, if you will, and behind under every leaf, there's something new for you. This is how life can be if you want. And release yourself from the patterns and the habits, really, because that's the mind. The mind likes things to be in a certain place, to create that linear experience, because that's how it understands time. And what this conversation is allowing you to feel into with great excitement is that we're releasing our concept of time. Time is that spiral of experience. And the experience that you're creating through your soul's excitement, through your soul's joy, and those chakras all in alignment and cleared and cleansed, then this now experience becomes your all moment, healing all, caring for all, loving all. That energy goes into all threads, allowing all others within the vibration of the human family, because we're threaded at our hearts, we're all connected vibrationally. Then those go into the fields so that when that person's sitting in meditation or they're at their scientific desk, if you will, and they need that idea or that code or that mathematical equation to solve the problem, then it's in the field for them to go and get vibrationally. This is why we're all working together. You know, this is a communal, collective experience where we're all helping one another. And it requires that we step out of what was as best as that we can, whatever way that's comfortable, because everybody's going to have a different comfortable frequency, if you will. You know, I've been moving on this for so long, and I've come here, you know, to move through various dense experiences, you know, really traumatic experiences and hard traumatic experiences for me. Not knowing often more than I could of all that I've come with for my skills. So now my role in my journey is to really explore and express and be in love with who I am and exalt all that I am, so that all of these gifts and skills can come forward that I have. It's like Pandora's box, really, but the Pandora's box and the Christ toolkit are very positive and loving. It's not like this mysterious journey that takes you farther and deeper than you want to go. It does so in a good way, because and my throat is clearing, as you can tell. The farther and deeper that you are and the wider that you are, remember, all that you are, all that you exist within and what exists within you, that's the Pandora's box. if I did not go through all that I went through, and clearing the many timelines that I did and experiencing them the way that I did, then I wouldn't have opened the vibrational toolkit that I have access to now, because it's all related, you know, just as if the more density that you clear, the farther you're going to shift yourself forward. So it's all relative, you know, it's all equal. So regardless of the path that you feel has been insurmountable or unmovable, if you will, I get it. Absolutely know that you're in your healing and in your care of self and in your love of self and in your remembrance of who you are as source, you will have that catalytic into that new experience potential. You know, if you so desire, it's always free will. And there's always, again, no judgment from anybody in the universe, you know, because it's such a unique experience and it's such a benevolent offering from Source Creator. And it's one for all of us to take at our own pace and in our own timing, if you will. So it's really exciting. So the message today is new now. Now is that 5D template, and feel the vibrational threads of what no longer serves being pulled from your experience, and ask, you know, can I have this vibrational belief, this experience that keeps playing over and over again? Can I have this pulled from my experience and transmuted? And with your alchemy, you know, allow yourself to say, I'm truly ready to experience something that's in higher light. I'm ready to reprogram myself. And that reprogramming can be, I have infinite skills. I am a seeker. I am a healer, whatever it is that you choose to, you know, get excited about. We still have to use words, but it's a vibration. So seek the vibration, feel the vibration, visualize yourself in it and doing it. That's how you create that reality. It's all encompassing. That's a really cool bird. We've had, that's a blue jay. We've had amazing birds the last couple of days, like goldfinches. Goldfinches always come out at this time of year, and they don't live here. They just, they migrate. They're beautiful, so beautiful. And this morning I saw a bird that was smaller than a goldfinch. I love birds. I saw a bird that was smaller than a goldfinch, and it had red all around its neck and its head. And it had designs on the top of its head. It was just incredible. I mean, if anybody's seen a goldfinch, they're beautiful. They're so beautiful. The brightest orange and yellow you could imagine. They're just gorgeous. And there's been this bird, you know, since I've moved here, this bird that is constantly early in the morning and late at night. And it makes this sound, but not like that. And this morning was the first time I was so excited. And this is where, because yesterday I was saying, today is my new life. And this is my new life now. It starts now, this new moon. You know, because 5 is the month for change. And this new moon is really pivotal for us. This is going to be a very special summer for all of us, vibrationally. The Source Creator and the heavens are offering all of humanity to heal and release karma and suspend the pains and the suffering. And so, you know, really allow yourself to tune in with your teams and release what needs to be released and heal what needs to be healed. Just ask, you know, in the highest benevolence, those that are of your highest and your best to assist in the transmutation of the deep wounds. And just expect the healing. And then reach in for your guidance, you know, soak within the heart centering. And that's going to be one of our codes in our class that's coming up in June. It's called Center Within. And it's a vocable. And that vocable allows that transmutation of what is allowing you not to go within, you know, those blocks and those energies that are, you know, resisting that going within. And so each vocable comes with a story, and it will heal certain aspects. And so that's what that class will be about. And so each day we'll do a series of 4 vocables, 4 to 5 vocables, depending on how much we get through. And the class will be an hour long, and then you'll have time to, you know, really call in your teams and guides and angels and the Hathors, you know, and the 9th dimensional, you know, Pleiadians and Arcturians that love to work with sound. I'm gonna get that card that fell. Oh, Kathy, this card just came flying out. Answer the call. Answer the call. This is from our Starseed deck. What is your soul calling you to do? And that's so profound and pivotal. That's what we're talking about. Live now. Now is a new reality. Now is our new creation. Now I'm manifesting. Now I'm calling this in. Now I'm allowing myself to unfold in this beautiful portal of light that I am. And I am helping to create 5D. I am 5D. And not that that has any connotation of anything, but it's allowing you to know that, giving yourself permission to let go of the routines and the structures that, for me, I'm just being honest in all of my honesty, the routines and the scheduling of what I used to do was so overwhelming for me. And I felt as if I felt so confined, and I felt so restricted. With so many obligations and restrictions of those patterns, of those limitations, and of those habits, and, just routines and habits, and it limits the soul expression. I'm only speaking from my experience, and there's no judgment in it at all. But for me, it was as if I was, I was a mouse going around on those little, or gerbils, whatever. I think they're called gerbils, hamsters that go on those little things. And it was nonstop, 24/7, and that's not the reality that excites me. It's not. I can't live within those restrictions anymore. I just can't. And so however I can make this happen, and however we can negotiate these, work the energies, then we will. Because my soul cannot do what it's not here to do, and that's just speaking from my soul's experience. And to bring it forward and start talking about it now, like, what are we ready to let go of? What was really not working, and what did we just do just because it was something we always did? And that allows you to stay on the template of what you always did. It doesn't inspire to go new and be new and live in this now moment to new. So this is my excitement on bringing this forward. It's okay that we talk about it. It's okay that we bring it forward. And it's okay that we start honoring our soul's calling. What are you here to do? What reflections? There's this water. She's sitting in these beautiful waters, and all of creation is there for her and is waiting for her, because we live in the experience of free will. So we go in and ask and say, I'm calling in this help. I require this. And the waters are showing her the reflections of what she's ready to see and let go of, because it will be shown when you're ready. You're not quite ready yet, because there might be belief patterns there that say, I'm a bit scared to jump out of this old, because that's all I've ever known. And that's okay too. But you can work at it little bit by little bit. What am I ready to let go of today? So what part of your routine, what part of your schedule, old way of doing things can you let go of and change it up, so that you're more authentic within who you are as a soul and a creative expression? And that could be, being outside with Gaia, doing more gardening, change your runs up from the morning to night, if you're doing your runs and walks and things like that. Change how you're dressing, really start your new in every multidimensional way, physical, mental, emotional, etheric, and start calling in and living from that soul that allows you to feel soulful. I'm living from this place that I'm honoring my body. I'm honoring who I am as an emotional being, because those emotions help you create. And we want to create from those emotions that are joyful and happy and one with our tribe, right? And one with our planet. She's giving us so much. And the heavens living through us, connecting with our celestial teams and preparing ourselves for unity and oneness and contact. We're on and off world contact. And these healing sessions that will occur on and off world will be just tremendous for us as teachers and as ambassadors to come forward and then feed them back into the collective. And that's what's happening at a channeled perspective, because the teams are channeling us and we're bringing these forward into the collective. But it will just be done in a more physical way. And the other two that popped out was Keepers of the Earth. This is one of my favorite cards. I get this all the time. And you are not alone. Ancient ancestors stand beside you. So again, all of the help that each and every one of us have. We come with counsels. We come with beings and guides. And there's so much. Our totems and all of the energies that are on Gaia to assist us in transitioning into these new beginnings. And they're waiting for us. We are the consciousness instigators, inspirators, creators. We are the ones that through it lives. And so there's nothing holding us back. It's our unique innate choice to say, now is my new now. Now I'm coming forward. Now I'm coming forward. And nothing's going to stop me. Oh, I love this one. Your vibration is rising. You're the oracle. How special. I love this. And what I'm seeing right here is the unity between mother and father coming in to align the sacred child for an ascension. The sacred child is your acceptance, acknowledgement, and you're living in awareness of your vibration as sacred. That's a soulful experience. You know, are your thoughts sacred? So shift it. Right now I'm creating sacred thoughts, because those sacred thoughts come from your patterned beliefs and habits that you can choose to step out of and change and heal. And that's why that daily self-care, to align you with your sacredness, the heavens and the mother and the father lifting you through their oneness. And you see this vibration here, the rainbow vibration, through all of your healing and your clearing and your oscillize intentions, focus, awareness, intentions, focus, awareness. And just allowing yourself to be one with source in all that you are, all that exists within you and what you exist within. It's a harmonization, working the energy. When I was going on my walk today, I was just playing with the field and just sending love and miracles and blessings and love and miracles and blessings. And you feel your walk change and your body change. You're preparing the field before you walk there. You know, and it's just, this is how we live 5D. You know, it's just an example. You know, I'm not saying that this is what we do. Don't take what I say out of context. You know, I'm giving it as an example. But this is where what I did, you know, even yesterday, I don't, my mind is so in this now vibration that it takes a lot of effort for me to look back, because it's not the vibration anymore. It's totally a new story. So commit to your new story, commit to your new vibration, commit to your new now moment, because you're being called. Your soul's calling you. How can you create now, a new vibration, a new expansive, exploratory, expressive experience of you that's not patterned, you know, other than being in the vibration of love, you know, because that pattern is your pillar of light. You know, this pillar of light that we often talk about that runs along your spine is that pattern of love. It's pure love, light codes and love of your existence within the all. And we'll just give one more card here. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Can you feel the excitement? And so I'm going to be offering new videos every day that, you know, for those that so desire, you sign on for a video. It's going to shift and change. You know, so be ready for it. I haven't necessarily been, you know, and I do apologize, because I'm sure that people that watch me are just like, oh man, her videos change every day. You don't know what to expect, you know. That's just me trying to find my niche. That's me trying to explore all that I am, and know that when I feel excited and I'm in that groove of me, then I'm going to explore it as best I can and as wide and as rich as I can, because I want my bandwidth to be really wide. I want that bandwidth like my guide has, and I want to play. You know, I want to go rich and deep and wide and high, and I'm out there. And so, and I do it in the most exciting way. I love you all. I love humanity. I love Gaia so much. You know, I've had dreams and meditations, and when I connect with her, I cry. You know, she's just this beautiful essence of love that offers us everything. And so unconditionally, and the Holy Mother Father through her, and Creator Source Presence, the omnipresence, the creator of all that is, within every breath, every particle that we are seeing between, everything is source. What do we not have to be so excited about creating this? Our potential, if we so desire, to be the mind, the heart, the soul, the energy of Source Creator. And heal that part of you that feels as if you're not worthy and you're not valued, because you so are. I'm here to tell you, and I will never stop reminding you. Tune into every show that we have, and the vibrations are here to remind you that you are a perfect child of Source Creator. You are sacred. You are so sacred. Sacred. Thought, word, and deed, you are sacred. And own it, accept it, acknowledge it, and begin to play in your own unique way, in your own creative expression of who you are as Source. You are a divine loved being, and you have so many beings that are with you and helping you, reminding you, to help you with your healings at night. Help you with your synchronicities and your joys. Oh, wow, special message. Special message from the heavenly angels. We come to you in these great times of transition and times of change, and we assure you of the light that each of you carry within you. We assure you of your intelligence and your wisdoms that come from many eons of clarity that you've held in various dimensions and realms and forms that you've had and you've played. Never underestimate your ability to shift and change like the map shifters that you are. Shifting your entire map that you walk upon. Shifting all that you are within your biology. Never underestimate your ability to draw anew, to write anew, to sing anew, to co-create anew, to create new words, to infuse loving intention. Never underestimate, dear ones, that you are the sacred vessel of Source, Creator, angelic in all ways. What is your special message for you? Divine and sacred child, we love you. Thank you, dear ones. Thank you, angelic realms. I'm so grateful. I'll choose one more. Thank you. Oh my gosh, how beautiful. This is the time. This is the time, angel. Thank you. And we were just talking about that today. So this now moment, now, and this is what's drawing me to this attention right here, is the third eye. And we have a third eye, and we also have a galactic third eye. And it's right at the hairline here. So you'll feel that start to turn on when your chakra's clear and you're ready and you're being amplified and activated in the higher frequencies. And your galactic ears will turn on, and these vibrations, fields that you'll be able to feel downloads and intentions put in your field, and little concepts of wisdoms and information that you need on your. So what this is showing me is that the message that's coming to me right now is this energy is ready to perceive experience in any way, because that's what time is. It's just the experience. And so this person is this being, this angel, is allowing us to reflect. This is what I feel. This is a huge reflection card. It's just that void. How am I limiting myself by what I know to be and what I felt to experience as time? How could I move beyond? How can I live in this now expansive moment and just have all things be okay and all things be perfect and all things be perfect? Because right now my vibration is so high, my vibration is so awesome, my vibration is so now. This is living in this now, and it shifts and adjusts all that we thought time to be. So this is a huge time for me. Is again, it's that spiral of experience, but what's coming to me right now is existing within that void now, because when we allow ourselves to have that mastery control to stop time through breath, even if it's a negative thought pattern, stop as soon as you feel that negative energy come through, that pattern thought, whether it's people in your house and you're sensing the negative thought forms and things like that, breathe, and you can feel the energy in the field. That's how I'm explaining it. But you know when you have those patterns of thought, because they're patterns. You can habitually determine when those thoughts come forward. If you're tuning in, if there's not so much noise and chaos, you'll understand when those thought forms come in. Usually they're the first time at the day and at the end of the night that we have to reprogram our way of the most positive, expansive being that we are, to reprogram what's going on at night. And then just use your breath to stop time and expand the void, so that you can choose from your heart center how your new now wants to be, and reprogram that thought. And so that's what I've been practicing over the last 8 months, is to slow time down, stop it, and that's going with my own Reiki, using that void to recreate my body, using that void to recreate new belief systems and new excitements to start catalyzing through my excitement. Lots of birds out. I can't wait to go and see them. I put new bird food out this morning, so I hear them. Just wondering where they are. I can hear them. They sound like they're just there. So cool. So I'll leave it there, dear lighted ones. So thank you. So answer your call. You know, be the now 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Doesn't matter what we define and how we call it. Answer your soul's calling. Start living in that new moment and allowing the threads that no longer serve to be pulled and to be transmuted into new vibrational fields of light and potential. And allow your excitements to be that driving force, so that you can reprogram what we, used to do as we're moving through this huge global transition, and really create a new reality. Whether it be calling back on your hours, simplifying your life, decluttering, simplifying through letting go, really simplify. That way you get to the heart of who you are and you start shining through who you are. You really, that simplification, that's the mastery experience that we all experience through detachment. What has been those layers of fogginess that we thought we needed, and that's releasing layer after layer of attachment. And it's really all source in us. That's all we ever need, is us and source. That's it. Through our awareness of who we are as source, we seek out that soul tribe because it's wonderful and exciting to co-create. It's not done from a codependent experience. And that's where you go through that self-healing, especially coming out of relationships that were codependent or imbalanced and dysfunctional, and even toxic. You have to heal that self first and heal your oneness with source, and preparing yourself for that soulmate experience, because that soulmate experience is not codependent. They're interdependent relationships, interdependent, allowing the freedom and the expression and exploration of who each being is, adding to the blessing of the whole union. It's interdependent, allowing and accepting and honoring of that highest vibration as the union. And then calling forward up those threads of the soul family through that union. And that's why the rebalancing occurs in that soulmate preparation. The soulmate preparation goes through dark nights of the soul to heal the imbalances of the divine male and divine female, so that when that soul union comes forward, it's done in as best the highest balanced potential for both parties, so that it is not codependent, relying on one another to make one another happy. It's an interdependent exploration of each other. It's that free-flowing exploration of each other, not reliance, codependence, and those, bondage. That's bondage. And so that's that free-flowing soulmate experience, and why it feels so ecstatic when it's harmonized. Because you understand that you don't need anyone to make you happy. You don't need anything to make you happy. It's that pure source alignment. And honoring it continually, and still having those wonderful experiences, but not to have those experiences to define you. It's a part of that exploratory human experience, but not have it totally define you, because it's you and source. And all of these experiences will just flow to you because of your excitement and your alignment of your highest vibration as source. So it's wonderful. We're going to do other videos on soulmate exploration and expression. So stay tuned. And we're so happy for all of you. And so, yes, yay. Let's begin. Yay. Thank you. Bye.